Hello students, today we are going to review chapter number 1 which we have learned earlier. Students, today we are going to solve practice work sums of part 2. Students, if you have solved practice work sums, then please check your answers. If your answers is incorrect, correct it and solve again. Students, if you have not solved the sums, then please solve it and complete your work on time. So now, let's solve practice work sums. Practice work sums of part 2. Question number 1. The speed of a truck is 40 kilometers per hour. How much distance it covered in 9 hours? Students, try to understand this question. In this question, we have to find out the distance covered by a truck and we have been given speed of a truck and time taken by a truck. Students, as you know that we can solve this sum by 2 ways. By first way, writing the statement and cross multiplying. And by the second way, using the formula of distance as we have to find out the distance. So now, let's solve sum number 1. Speed is given 40 kilometers. Time is given 9 hours. Therefore, distance equals to how much? Now, let's solve this sum by first way. 1 hour, 40 kilometers. So, 9 hours, how much? Students, now we have to cross multiply. Thus, by cross multiplying, we get 9 multiplied by 40 upon 1. Students, now we have to multiply 9 by 40 and we have to keep denominator 1 as it is. Students, we know that when we multiply by tens, we put 1 0 at the end and we multiply the remaining digits. Thus, writing 1 0 at the end and multiplying 9 by 4 and keeping the denominator 1 as it is, we get 360 upon 1. Students, now we have to divide 360 by 1. Students, we know that when we divide any number by 1, we get same number. Thus, dividing 360 by 1, we get 360 kilometers. Now, by second way, using formula of distance. Distance equals to speed multiplied by time equals to 40 multiplied by 9 equals to 360 kilometers. The distance covered by a truck is 360 kilometers in 9 hours. Now, sum number 2. A plane flies at the speed of 800 kilometers per hour. How long will it take to cover a distance of 2,400 kilometers? Students, try to understand this question. In this question, we have to find out the time taken by a plane to cover the distance of 2,400 kilometers and we have been given speed of a plane and distance covered by a plane, which is 2400 kilometers. Students, note that in the previous sum, we find out the distance and we have been given speed and time. Whereas in this sum, we have to find out time and we have been given speed and distance. So, now let's solve sum number 2. Speed is given 800 kilometers. Distance is given 2400 kilometers. Therefore, time taken equals to how much? Now, let's solve sum number 2 first by first way. Writing the statement from the question itself and cross multiplying. 800 kilometers, 1 hour. So, 2400 kilometers, how much? Now, by cross multiplying, we get 2400 multiplied by 1 by 800. Students, now we have to multiply 2400 by 1 and we have to keep denominator 800 as it is. Students, we know that when we multiply any number by 1, we get the number itself, that is same number. Thus, multiplying 2400 by 1 and keeping the denominator 800 as it is, we get 2400 by 800. Now, dividing 2400 by 800, we get 3 hours. Now, by second way, using the formula of time, as we have to find out the time. Time equals to distance upon speed equals to 2400 by 800 equals to 3 hours. Thus, time taken by a plane is 3 hours. Covered the distance of 2400 kilometers. Now, sum number 3. Sahil rides a horse with a speed of 19 kilometers per hour. How far will he travel in 3 hours? Students, in this question, we have to find out the distance covered by Sahil in 3 hours and we have been given speed and time. So now, let's solve sum number 3. Speed is given 19 kilometers. Time is given 3 hours. Therefore, distance equals to how much? Now, let's solve this sum first by first way. 1 hour, 19 kilometers. So, 3 hours, how much? Now, by cross multiplying, we get 19 multiplied by 3 by 1. Students, now we have to multiply 19 by 3 and we have to keep denominator 1 as it is. Thus, multiplying 19 by 3 and keeping the denominator 1 as it is, we get 57 upon 1. Students, now we have to divide 57 by 1. Thus, dividing 57 by 1. We get 57 kilometers. Now, by second way, using the formula of distance. Distance equals to speed multiplied by time equals to 19 multiplied by 3 equals to 57 kilometers. Thus, Sahil will travel 57 kilometers in 3 hours. Students, note that we have to write the unit compulsory. Students, we solve practice work of part 3 in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.